Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Woof is right. Woof is right. Whoops. I did not use the front door to get out of this hidey hole. I went out a different way, I suppose. Well, let's secure that hidey hole and begin episode 753 of Farlands or Bust. But before we do, this is a nice little place to do this. Before we do, I must proclaim and declare on this here Wednesday, August 21st, 2019, that y'all did it. It's been did. Y'all did it. Y'all reached and surpassed. That is not a sign. And surpassed what I've been calling the rolling goal of the Farlands or Bust charity over at farlandsorbust.com. We've been raising money for direct relief, and I've been basing the goal on the world save file of Minecraft, Farlands or Bust here, and right now the world save file is 27,965.80 megabytes. So we would want to raise $27,965. Currently at $28,035.70 at farlandsorbust.com. Woo! You did it. We did it. You did it. We've surpassed by like at least 3 episodes worth. So it's because about every episode we add like 35 or so megabytes. So direct relief rollin' goal. I don't know what to put here. Do I put the megabytes or the current amount? Let's do the current amount that we're at. 28,035 $70. And then today is, well, the day this episode comes out, August, woo, caps lock. 21st. Whoop. Whoop. Where's the comma on the keyboard? 2019. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, that's kind of in the way. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I don't really have anything else to place there. We did it! You did it. So let's press F3 right now! No, let's grab Wolfie and continue west here. Like I said in episode 753, continue west indeed. Now, for those of you who are new here, we've raised the goal. Yes, the goal on the Tiltify campaign actually says $50,000. That's what we started with. But I noticed how it's been a couple years since we did a flobathon and reached a goal and pressed F3, so I figured let's make it a little bit easier and base it off of the world save file, and we did that. So that means we're going to do a flobathon-ish sort of situation where, ooh, skeleton residue. Don't mind if I do. Whoop. Where I'm going to live stream Farlands or Bust. It's never been done. It's happening right now. We're going to do a little bit of a live stream celebration to cap off season 7 here of Farlands or Bust, at the end of which we press F3. So the charity donations are still open and available, and it'd be interesting if by the true end of season 7, if we are able to raise that $50,000, which is just another $22,000 remaining. But if we live stream enough, maybe that'll happen. People tend to give to live streams, charity events more often. And I've posed just my initial idea. My initial idea was, remember how I was talking most recently about trying like a Flop-a-Day thing, where I just play Farlands or Bust on stream every day. And then, even if it's not like an official episode, have the little donation pop-ups for the charity, make it more live stream friendly, maybe keep the face cam on there, stuff like that, but kind of a daily thing. So I was thinking of doing that, since I clearly got around to trying it already. I didn't. I was thinking, instead of one just big 8-hour, 10-hour, 12-hour, whatever, Flobathon, perhaps next week, the final week of August, I do a Flaba Day. Ooh, and my voice cracks too. I do a Flaba Day, where I would normally be streaming like 3 or 4 hours a day. Instead of streaming other games, we just stream Farlands or Busts. And then, on the final day of August, August 31st, which is a Saturday, which means the vast majority of you should be off work and or school or whatever, that is the stream upon which I press F3 for the first time since... when was the last time we pressed F3? 2018? Or something. I've actually got to look that up. But the last time we pressed F3, we were at 3,116,936 blocks from spawn. And then we built the F3 monument with the big old tree. Man, I don't know what the heck a monument to build this time. And was it March 2017? Oh, that's right. I kind of coincided it with the beginning of Flob. People are saying January 2017. Nobody knows, is what I'm saying. We've been walking to the Farlands for so long that the history has been lost to the sands of time and will never be known ever again, like the city of Atlantis. Regardless, it's been a few years, and yeah, I feel like I've scaled things back, obviously. Earlier, we would end up like doing big Flobathon live streams back when like live streaming wasn't even a common thing. I signed up and got partnered on Twitch back in September of 2011, I believe, and to do the Flobathon, and we like had a bunch of guests. We had famous Minecraft YouTuber CoStar as our first guest on the first Flobathon, and Gavin Free joined us, and a whole bunch of calamity ensued. And then we had an even bigger Flobathon that ended with Wolfie going missing, and all that stuff happened. So I'm thinking of scaling it back a little bit. Maybe I will. I also like having guests helps, but it also stresses me out. Maybe I'll just have like an open invite to those people that we know, to be like, if you want to join, let me know, and we'll talk to you for a couple minutes, but I don't want like a room full of 30 people chatting. That's a little bit difficult to keep up with. Look at this toilet brush. This random toilet brush just sitting out in the middle of this snowy beach land here. Yeah, the last time Cone was kind of helping us, and then previous to that, we've had Dr. Brian Lorgon 111 helping us out. That's kind of our co-host, kind of reading off donations and things. But I think I've certainly gotten a little bit more practice in this streaming thing lately. That's one big toilet. So yeah, I'm thinking that's good. I clearly have not planned any further than that. But I feel like that would be a decent use of our time, to just stream like normal, and then I'll upload just the raw streams to YouTube. As we've done in the past, the Flobathons don't get split up or counted towards episode numbers. And then who knows, maybe by the end of the week we'll have like 12 or 24 hours total worth of Farlands or Busts. Well, it's probably going to be more something like 15 or 16 hours. I'm just like doing the math in my head, like, no, that would be a lot of streaming. Of course, you guys have to remind me that every hour we would need to back up the world. Because things get weird and wild and crazy when you don't back up the world and restart the game. Like, oh, I don't know, wolves disappearing on you for no reason whatsoever. Game freezing up and losing our save point and inducing a hidey hole paradox. Spooky noises. So yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. And also makes it easy on me to figure out what I'm going to stream. Instead of being like, oh man, I don't know what game to stream. We've played all these games. Oh geez, I don't want to buy a new game. What are we gonna... Oh, nobody's gonna like this game. So, yeah, I think that sounds good. I think the more I've talked myself into it, I've talked myself into it. So yeah, look forward to that next week. I'd probably be starting on... I've been starting streaming on, like, Tuesdays. So it'd probably be a Tuesday through Saturday thing, is what I'm guessing, just based on my current availability and output. And then, yeah, like I said, Saturday we'll finally press F3. And much rejoicing will be had. Where do you think we're at? This has definitely been the longest between seasons, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about the most episodes or the most in-game time. So, get your calculators ready. But for now, I'm gonna go to sleep and continue in the morning. And a flobbiness. Boink. Somebody, where is this question? Got a big surge of donations. Probably everybody wants to be the one who reaches the goal, but you all did. But this one in particular, Cirrus asks, would you care to guess what the new F3 number will be? If not, in case there was any guessing game plan. See, that's a thing I used to do too with the first few Flobathons, is I used to like take guesses and then I'd like give things away, like games or postcards or whatever, to whoever guessed the closest. But even that's pretty dang stressful. Gotta make a form and input the form and make sure nobody's spamming or hacking into the form, and then contacting people and validating guesses. That's just a headache I have released myself from needing to do. You can give the person VIP status on your Twitch channel, but then don't VIPs have like different? They'd be the only VIP. First of all, I don't use that, and don't they have like different access? I know they're not like mods or anything like that, but anyway, see, even that, too much thinking. Yada yada yada. What about the other coordinate? How far sideways do you think you've wandered? There was one season where we decidedly tried to wander in the other direction to try to offset the offset. But I remember the last F3 number, we were way off again. Whoa! We were way off again. Somewhere in the 20, 30,000s again. But yeah, we're walking in this direction, so it's the Z-axis that is over 3 million right now. But the X-axis, I think we were in the negatives, because we're going kind of southwardly, I think. I think we were in the negatives, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I don't know what the other number is going to be. That I haven't, like I said, I have not been keeping track. And everybody's always telling me, oh, you wandered to the left because you're trying to avoid the thing in your right peripheral and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, and I don't care. Woo! Sudden not glass, ice. So, well, what's the number of the next rollover? The floating point rollover doohickey? Isn't that like 4,100,000 something? I'm not, that would be tough. I'm not sure if we're past 4 million left. The double pie hole. True, we did find and press F3 around double pie. When we were 314 off the x-axis. We were plus that time. Oh, okay. We have Farlands or Bust historians in chat. What the heck are you doing in there? You crazy noodle. It's apparently at 4,194,000. Yeah, I would be pleasantly surprised, but I would be surprised if we're over 4 million. To be honest. Because that still would be like 800,000 blocks. Perhaps that we walked in season 7 here. But this is one of those things I honestly have no idea, and I more or less look forward to the surprise than I do trying to calculate and postulate and correlate what I think specifically it would be. But yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. How far will I'm sure our other axis is way off as well. Like I said, I haven't even given that half a thought. I haven't even given that a quarter of a thought even. An eighth. Do I hear an eighth of a thought? No, not even that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you are too. For those of you watching on YouTube, yes, the archive and whatnot will be exported and uploaded to YouTube later, but you can join us on twitch.tv/KurtJMac. Unsurprisingly, is where that takes place. When it takes place. We'll probably have another episode after this one to be like, it's happening! Just to let everybody know. Which would mean episode 755. Hey, that's good. Episode 755 can be like the last episode of season 7. Because we normally do the flobathon, blah, 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 press F3, and then I build a little monument or something at the F3 point, commemorating, and then that is the end of of the season, is after I'm done building the monument, which would be episode 755. That'll be easy to forget. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, by the way, for donating to Direct Relief charity through Farlands or Bust. Direct Relief. If you're unaware, you should be aware. Good gravy. You've donated all this money to Direct Relief. You gotta know what they do. They help with medical and natural disaster emergencies or certain communities around the world who are in need of medical assistance, education, supplies, vaccines, what's the word I'm looking for? They also, another big focus of theirs is the babies. Is it prenatal, postnatal support for countries in need of those services? You know what I'm saying. Directrelief.org is where you can learn a lot more. Or farlandsorbust.com under the charity page, where you can learn specifically about the Direct Relief mission and what they do. Indeed. And like I said, the donations will still be open. They're not going anywhere, and maybe over the course of the Flobathon, there's got to be a catchy Flobadayathon, Flobathon-a-day. That's got a tempo to it, doesn't it? We'll continue to raise money throughout that, and maybe we will reach that $50,000. I'll press F3 twice. Yeah. Cool beans. Cool beans. Let's get to these questions while we're at it. Blobathon a day for a weekathon, a blom. Let's get to some questions here, like I said, from everybody who donated. Cactus Puppy, what do you think of the amount of data, or data, that many online services collect about people? Do you believe that this is a problem? I believe it's a problem in that it is often then abused. Like, it's not necessarily the collection of the data, it's the subsequent hoarding, use, insecure hoarding, and sale of that data, unopt-outable nature of it all, and it certainly is a problem. I mean, there's many a documentary and news articles and stuff about how it's a problem. What with your Facebooks and Twitters and Googles and whatnot, and that is kind of one of these things that people like to try to get a gotcha on people who criticize this stuff. Well, you use Google, you're not really preaching what you're preaching or whatever. Well, it's like you live in modern society. How dare you criticize elements of it? It's part of our life now, and of course, that's what the companies bank on. But yeah, it's definitely a problem, and it's kind of, I guess, one of the. I know there's this whole Epic Store versus Steam Store, and there's a lot of sore thumbs out there who are very adamant when a game goes exclusive on Epic or another platform, and I don't want to do that. And then the people who are pro it are like, all you gotta do is sign up. That's no biggie. Well, true, it's no biggie, but these days, it's a little biggie. Because, now here's another platform that's gathering your information, that has your information, and that may lose your information or get hacked or get, have some sort of security breakdown, regardless of how secure the system appears to be. So you have to... Whoops, that's not a bed. Sleeping under it. You have to take that into account. Quite a lot of bit. Quite a lot of bit. Let's go to sleep. And continue in the morning. And awakeness. Bloink. And continuing on this. Yeah, ooh. Are you done, sir? Are you done being crispy? Freaking out. Hey, there we go. Did he leave any residue? He did not. That skeleton was dry. So dry he was on fire. So yeah. Use a password manager. But that doesn't save things. They're still holding your credit card information, your address, your email addresses. And yeah, it's one of these problems that the technology has moved so fast that the response to it, any laws regarding it, couldn't have fathomably kept up with it. And yeah, you can be vigilant about certain things. Use a VPN. I mean, even like Firefox has like certain modes built into it that have like a Facebook quarantine that keeps Facebook, or at least the known Facebook cookies and trackers, separate from the rest of your information. So, yeah, I don't know. This is one of these hot topics that I am by no means anywhere near educated enough to like actually talk about at a group of people like you watching, which is again similarly like last episode we talked about like mental health and stuff. Like I can have these conversations with like one other person and like seem competently educated about my own stance on things. But when I start talking, or anybody, any of your Twitchers or YouTubers or whatever, start talking to an audience, it feels like there needs to be a level of knowledge or education present on my part. Otherwise, A, I'll just sound like an idiot, or B, I'll be persuading or assuading or whatever members of the audience without actually the due diligence that like somebody in journalism has, or you know, somebody that has any sort of integrity. So yeah, that's tough. The amount of data, I mean, yes, I realize I deleted my Facebook. I had a personal page ever since it was first started when I was in college, when you had to be in college, when you had to like belong to a college on the list of colleges to have a Facebook. But then again, I never used it much. I only ever had like 8 friends, and it was all my family. And yes, even though now I've deleted, quote unquote, my account, it still exists, and they are still tracking me, and they still have it associated with that account. And yes, I still use Instagram, and that's owned by Facebook, and et cetera, and et cetera, et cetera. But it's tough to come to terms with that. I mean, yes, I have an Android phone. I am on Google Fi. These are all more kind of convenience and budgetary choices, more so than I realize whatever residual loss of data, collection of data might be associated with them. So yeah, it's that's a modern tough topic that is even now still in its infancy of discussion and policy making and a pushback on both sides that you know, along with global warming and pollution and things like that is one of the hot topics of the 2010s and 20s and etceteras. And Eposig coming at with the gotchas, talking about Twitch, which is owned by Amazon. I know, and I went on a whole thing during July, a no-buy July, no buying anything from Amazon, and not buying into the Prime Day. I realize we are but enigmas of self-contradictions as we tumble through this vast, empty void of space. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to be, like, if I was 100% cautious and careful and isolated from all of these things, then you would not be listening to me right now. I would not exist pretty much anywhere. It would be hard to even, I wouldn't even have a cell phone. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's very, very difficult, but I appreciate the question and the more so the donation there, Cactus Puppy. Much appreciated. Oh wait, oh you told me how to pronounce your name and I've forgotten already. Stepan? I think it's Stepan. It's spelled like Stefan, but there's a lot of accents and there's no H. Stepan. Let's call you Stefan. Go with that. Seeing the current resurgence of Minecraft on YouTube, have you considered making a few titles and thumbnails for episodes more clickbaity? To get more clicks and views, and who knows, maybe get us over our donation goal? Way ahead of you there. And you might have even, you did contribute to this. You did get us over our donation goal. I don't feel good about that. And I have in the past seen, there was that one episode of Far Lance or Bust where a creeper exploded and caused like a big vortex looking like thing in the water, and I shared a screenshot of that, and I'm like, Vortex of Doom! That got many, many, many more views and interaction, engagement, hashtag engaged, to engaged on YouTube to that episode than my normal like episodes that just, oh, here's a picture of a pretty mountain or a little pillar in the sky. So yeah, I know that stuff works, but that still doesn't feel good to me. And I personally don't participate or click on or watch videos that use those tactics. Just because I find them to be a bummer. Find them to be quite a bummer indeed. And one of the many, many reasons why YouTube has gone the way it has. It also takes work. Like, I've stopped even... I used to make, like, go out of my way to open up Photoshop and make a brand new thumbnail for every video game I played. Or even, like, every stream I've uploaded. Like, the stream VODs I've been uploading. I've simply stopped doing that. I just choose one of the 3 that's provided to me by YouTube using the screenshots. And I'm like, alright, this is the name of the game. I'll probably put some sort of witty subtitle, just because that's part of the comedy to me. And publish. Copy and paste the description from another video and publish. Could I get more views doing other things? Or spamming hashtags and stuff? Probably. And most definitely, honestly. Could I open every video by saying, please like and subscribe? Actually, the latest Jimquisition episode, he opens by talking about like how he jokingly was kind of making fun of the YouTube scene by being like, hit that subscribe button and smash that like button, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I was being facetious and making a joke, but it actually worked. We saw a spike in subscriptions and likes. So he's like, I'll do it again, like and subscribe. Smashy, smashy, smashy. So it's a real weird, it's a very weird ecosystem that we're doing this thing in, right? Same thing even on Twitch. I could make different titles or be more blatant about subscribers. We want to get 10 subscribers this stream, every stream. Gotta hit this goal, and then this XYZ happens, and I'll eat a bug. But that's not my vibe, man. That's not my vibe. Just in life or in general. Ooh, shoot. Let me make this. Speaking of special episodes, let me make this a 4-day episode, just to really screw up everybody's guesstimations about the F3 number when we finally do play it. Play it? Press it. We're going nuts. We're going... Ah, God dang it. Oh, jeez. Good lord. You noodle. Okay, don't. Come over here. Okay. Ugh. What a rude dude. Oh, this is gonna hurt when I... Wait, let me actually... just don't run towards that lava there, Wolfie. Just don't do that. Let's go to sleep. And awakeness. Bloink. A 4-day episode. Watch out now. Bloop. You know what we haven't seen in a while? I mean, this entire season we've only seen one pink sheep. But we've also, just in a while, not found any surface dungeon spawners or anything. I just kind of realized that looking at the golden apples we have here. It's been a long time. Hopefully more of those during the... Well, I don't know what would make the Flobathon any different about the terrain generation, but... Indeed. So yeah, that's my stance. And there are a lot of things that I do or don't do that I know harm me as far as like my success or my numbers or whatever, viral ability. But I like I said, I'm not a super motivated is the wrong word, but motivated. Like that's not, those aren't my motivations. I have different motivations. And it's not even about integrity, really. It's not, I don't think integrity is what I'm going for. It's more just that's my speed. That's the rate at which my mind works. And it isn't the kind of thing that I can flip a switch and be like, oh, hey guys, look at that. You know, like YouTubers do. Yeah. I mean, I'll grab all the cash I can. It's just I'm not willing to step outside of my comfort zone, really, to do too much of it. Let's see here. Michael has a question. You mentioned having watched Dark on Netflix. Did you enjoy it? What is your take on the potential mechanics of time travel? Would we have free will and the ability to change the past, present, and future? Or would everything be predetermined? I enjoyed the first season. I feel a little bit disappointed in the second season. It was still interesting and had very many interesting moments. But I feel like, and this is the case with a lot of Netflix shows I'm noticing recently, how they drag a lot of things out in order to get the episode numbers up. And then also how they end the seasons clearly in a way where they must have another season to follow so that Netflix doesn't cancel them or you know, so Netflix renews. So, well, because then there'll be some sort of fan petition. They want to know how it ends. I wasn't super pleased with that, but I enjoyed it. But more so the first season, I think it presented a little bit more interesting concepts. I'm not sure. I feel like, just to my lizard brain, that time travel must work in a way like the branches, more so than there's only one time stream. Because that's the best way to avoid the paradoxes that come to place. Like, you travel back in time, you change something, you're on a new fork of time, and the fork you came from is continuing on unchanged, but you can never return to it because you're now in the changed fork of time. Kind of the little bit similar to like a multiverse theory or something like that. I feel like that would work the best, again, in order to kind of avoid such paradoxes. That was a spawner? Where was a spawner? There was no spawner. I seen no spawner of any kind there, Enion. We're screwing up those estimations now by going back. I was informed there was a spawner. We shall prove that theory wrong. Where was the spawner? Sand Peninsula. Like, how long in the past are you watching? Speaking of time travel, how long in the past are you watching this? What's your delay to the streamer? I don't remember a Sand Peninsula. I think you went too back. Ah, suddenly we're not so sure, are we? Ah. Suddenly we're not so sure. Follow with the water on your left. this left? Yeah, I mean, like there's the whole grandfather paradox. If you go back and, for whatever stupid reason, kill your grandfather, you'll never be born. But then that means you'll never be born to go back in time to kill your grandfather. Therefore, you will be born. If you're in a new time fork, then it's okay if you're not born because you exist in your time travel fork self. So you exist. There's no need to make you exist again. Yeah, I'm not seeing this potential spawner. Maybe that means it's impossible to kill your grandfather. True, and there's different interpretations. Or, I mean, like, spoiler alert, I suppose how dark is like everything that people try to do to change the past actually is the thing that influenced the path to take place. Where it's, you know, kind of a destiny thing. Yeah, like Interstellar kind of did that too. Where everything was already happening, but then we find out later that, oh, it was because this was happening. Or it was this person. Sorry, I didn't find that spawner not spawner. Allegedly spawner. Oh, Wolfie, please spawn down here. Yep, you did. Alright, good job. Indeed. Thank you, Michael. Let's see here. Computerizer. I hear a skeleton. Does that mean there's a spawner? I don't think I can go out of my way to eschew our rules of never exploring for a spawner if we can't see it on the surface directly. Computerizer asks, I'm quitting my job of 15 years. Ooh, did you tell them? Or is this how you're doing it? And we'll be starting a new job. I'll be working from home. Do you have any tips for working from home? Staying sane, getting up in the morning, keeping a schedule, separating work from life. You realize who you're asking, right? You realize that I am not, just like I'm not qualified to talk about data hoarding and tracking and website information abuse, personal trackable, identifiable data stuff. I'm also not too able to properly talk about being a disciplined work at home. Or, yeah, first of all, make sure you have room for 2 or 3 cars, because those will start to accumulate when you work out of your home. It's just a fact of science. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I think because I personally would need tips on how do you work in an office or in a place with other people, because that is something that I am naturally not good at and very uncomfortable with. And I'm very lucky and glad that I have found and created this job for myself to do this, because I don't know how much longer I could have lasted in an office, studio, corporate or not sort of scenario. Interviews, whoo, I can't get a job because I'm a terrible interviewer. That's the biggest problem, and I don't need to interview myself, so here I am. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I suppose if you've been working a job for 15 years, try to keep the same schedule. If you've already got an alarm, don't stop using your alarm if that's what your body and your mind are used to. That would be a tip. Just keep up with your current kind of schedule, but you're just kind of cutting the commute out, I guess, which would give you more time, more flexibility, I suppose. Take longer lunches. Careful, Wolfie. Ooh. Got like a... God dang it. Got like a pre-made hidey hole here. Look at this. Oh, wait. Wait. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's very much a trap. Yeah, I seen ya. Oi. Ah. Ah. Okay. Deluxe. Deluxe digs here. Did we do it? Are we safe? Okay. Actually, you can, well... Okay, you stay out there. I'll give you a little bit of a light. Alright, let's secure ourselves here, why don't I? Ooh, magical. Look at this! Look at us go! I should probably... That's gonna make me sad. It's not often that we build our hidey holes. We normally dig them out. We did it. Oh, my dang pickaxe broke. Think it's light enough in here? Do I have another pickaxe? I do not. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, boop. Yeah! Let me do that too while I'm at it. Ooh. That's scary. Deluxe digs. Beds. I need beds. Where was I going? I was talking about something. Working at home. Yeah! That! What I just said. Follow that advice. And never forget it. Ah, boy. Yeah. Not the authority on the matter, very much so. Like I've continued to say to like my patrons and stuff. I'm working on my schedule, says Guy for the last 8 years he's been doing this. Trying to figure out how to be more consistent. Stay in school, kids. I mean, I did, and this is where I ended up, but stay in school, kids. What else we got here? I got a lot of junk in my inventory. But yeah, we did it. Thank you, everybody who donated for donating to the charity, farlandsbus.com. You can keep doing that, and you can keep asking questions, of course. Like I said, we'll at least have another episode 754, where I will have, I don't want to say concrete details, but slightly more coalesced details about what we're planning to do to run out the end of the season here and finally press F3. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this episode of Far Lands or Bust. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. We're going nuts. We're going... Ah, God dang it. Oh, jeez.